It's Amanchu. Welcome back to Minecraft Bedrock vs. Java, where I play through both versions of the game and compare them. I am back at last in Bedrock Edition Skyblock. Last couple of videos I made, I was focused on the Java Edition Skyblock, doing things that I can do only in that version of Skyblock. But today I'm going to do something that I can do in both versions, and that is make a slime farm. In Java Edition, I've already found a slime chunk, which is great. Now, slimes can spawn only in very specific locations, either a swamp biome at night, dependent on the phase of the moon, depends on how prolific they spawn. Did you know that Minecraft Moon has phases? It does. And they can also spawn in slime chunks. A slime chunk is a 16 by 16 part of the world, and there are specific chunks in the world where slimes can spawn below Y40. Roughly 1 in 10 chunks in the world are slime chunks, and in Java Edition, it's kind of random based on what the world seed is, where the slime chunks are. In Bedrock Edition, at least as of the current version of Minecraft, slime chunks are always in the same chunks every time. It doesn't matter what the world seed is. In either case, I could look up where slime chunks are, but in the case of Java Edition, I found it already. I found a slime chunk, which is great. In Bedrock Edition, I'm going to have to find it. I could look it up, but I think I'm just going to try and locate where there's a slime chunk. And the way to do that is I'm just going to make spawnable spaces until I find slime spawning. That's it. So I'm down here at the base of the general purpose mob farm, so it's nice and low. It's below Y40. And I'm just going to have to map out some chunks. The way I'm going to do that is I'm going to use some math here. I'm going to go to this spot here. I've already marked it out. It's at 160 minus 224. That is a coordinate that's divisible by 16. So I know that that is the corner of a chunk. I'm going to have to go out one more block to here. So if I'm counting down, it should be this way. 16 blocks. So 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. And it's really dark here. Let me light this up as I go. Slimes won't care about what the light level is. They'll spawn at any light level. Other, like, dangerous mobs, other monsters, do care about light level. So if I light this platform up, I won't get any other monsters, but slimes. Go this way, 16. 1, 2, 4, 5. 16 blocks that way. Make sure to light this up. Okay, that should be a 16 by 16 chunk. That's the outline of it. But what I really want to do is mark out like the center of it. There we go. There is a 16 by 16 chunk. Now I just have to mark out more of those spaces and see if I start getting slimes spawning. I'll alternate between using these andesite slabs and using netherrack, so I have different materials so I can tell one chunk from another really easily.
One eternity later.
Well, guys, I have a problem. I went back to the world from my previous series. This is Bedrock Edition, and I knew there was a slime chunk under my base, so I went down here and, yeah, there's slimes here. There's slimes all over the place. I needed to confirm that. Let me show you what I did in Skyblock. Now, back in the Bedrock Edition Skyblock, I have mapped out a grid of chunks here. There's 40 chunks that I've placed down platforms on. No slimes have spawned. I checked on chunk base to see where should there be chunks in Bedrock Edition, and I marked out a couple locations that should be slime chunks, and no slimes are spawning. I thought, well, maybe it has to do with the width of the platforms, because the slimes need a 3x3 area to spawn in. Regardless of what size it ends up being, it needs to be a 3x3 area for it to spawn. So I widened all of the platforms So there's a 3 block wide strip through all of the platforms. Still nothing spawned. This platform here is at Y30. See, I'm up above it right now, but it's at Y30, and it is a full chunk that should be a slime chunk according to Chunk Base, and no slimes are spawning on this. I don't get it. There's got to be some weird thing going on with this version of Skyblock for Bedrock Edition that there aren't any slime chunks, because as far as I can tell, I'm not seeing any slimes. None. I guess I could go to my old Bedrock Edition world where, yeah, there's a slime chunk and slimes are spawning in there. Yeah, I could make a slime farm there, but it kind of defeats the purpose. I'd like to show off Skyblock and the differences in Skyblock between Bedrock Edition and Java Edition. And yeah, this version of Skyblock, apparently, there's no slime chunks, I guess. I didn't think such a thing would be possible, that there'd be no slime chunks here, but that appears to be the case. So I guess I'm gonna go into the Java Edition Skyblock and make a slime farm there, where I have found a slime chunk and I know slimes are spawning. I'm gonna use a design that I know works in Bedrock Edition. I've tried it in a Bedrock Edition testbed, so the same design will work in Bedrock Edition. I just really would have trouble demonstrating it because this Skyblock doesn't have slime chunks. It's so weird. I guess I just have to add this to the list of issues that this Skyblock map has, and there are a number of them. Alright, on to Java Edition, I guess. Okay, here I am down where the slime chunk is in Java Edition Skyblock, and I've gathered some resources here that I'm going to need. I don't think I pointed this out before, but I don't have to do any math and look at coordinate numbers to find chunk borders in Java Edition. I could just press F3 and G, and it highlights where the chunk borders are. So I can see this is a full 16 by 16 chunk. You can see where all the chunks are. That's kind of nice. Don't have that feature in Bedrock Edition, unless you get some mods to do it for you. Turn that off, and let's get to building. Okay, we're making some progress. I'm not sure what order to do things in here at this point, but I have all of these hoppers that are going to collect these slime balls when the slime cubes are killed. The spawning area is in the middle. I haven't taken any of that 16 by 16 area up. I need something to incentivize the slimes into coming toward where the soul campfires are that are going to be on here to kill the slime cubes. I'm hoping that the soul campfires don't burn up these leaf blocks. I don't think they will, but I guess I'll find out. But for some incentive, I'm going to put some iron golems in here. Now, the recipe for an iron golem was pretty simple. You make a T-shape of iron, and then you put a carved pumpkin or a jack-o'-lantern on top, and it makes an iron golem. In Bedrock Edition, I could just put a pumpkin. It doesn't have to be a carved pumpkin or a jack-o'-lantern. These guys will attract the slime cubes. Ultimately, I'm going to block off this area further. I'll put glass along here on top of these leaves so that the iron golems can see into here and the slimes can see them, but the slimes won't be able to get into where they are. But I need to be able to get in and out of here for now, so I'm going to leave that right now. This farm is operational. I'm not sure what I'm going to do with these Endermen. They spawn in this husk farm up here, and then they get wet almost immediately, and then they teleport down here. So I end up having Endermen down here. They're no more than just a nuisance, really. But this farm is working okay, and look at all those slime balls. And I haven't been at this very long, and I'm not even getting far enough away for the spawning platform to operate at full capacity. In fact, I think I can do that. Let's see. There we go. Now I can see it operating. Oh, that's working really good. Well, it's unfortunate I couldn't get this to work in Bedrock Edition, but hey, it's working well in Java Edition. And this is where I really needed slime balls anyway. I need many, many slime balls for a project that I'm going to do next time. This may be a shorter episode, simply for the fact that I had one project and I ended up not being able to do it in Bedrock Edition. But next time is a much bigger project. It's going to involve, dare I even say it, getting netherite gear. That's a little more involved. It is possible to do in both Bedrock Edition and Java Edition, but it's going to take some effort. And in a strange roundabout way, I need a lot of slime balls to pull it off. If you made it this far into this video, you probably like what you saw, so click on the like button. And if you want to see more videos like this, subscribe to my channel. And you'll find out exactly how I'm going to get ancient debris in Bedrock Edition and Java Edition Skyblock on Amon Chooses Minecraft, Java vs. Bedrock.